Christian Pulisic did his sit down interview. Okay, he did a nice 60-minute style.
Yeah. It was very. He was like, I'll bring a little bit of heat.
Okay.
You know?
So and
there was like an adultness of this interview.
there was a maturity that we're not used to.
Like he said, give me the mic.
Yeah, a little self-awareness, a little bit of it was like a child telling the adults like, hey, we all gotta get our act together.
Let me tell you, let me be the adult in the room.
So we'll begin there because Christian Pulisic did do an interview with ESPN, and kind of out of nowhere. I don't think anyone kind of expected this, especially after the World Cup, all the drama with U.S. soccer, the Reyna family, the Berhalter family.
I hate that you're showing this. Can you pull up the YouTube version?
I can. I didn't get that ready, but I can.
Well, because there's something I want to show you.
All right.
There's a reason why I want this, because I watched this. I watched most of it on the train here.
You're sure?
I'm not gonna lie to you. It was kind of a boring.
It wasn't all fascinating, but it was just to me at least just the fact that he did the interview to begin with.
Also, the interviewer, Graham something.
I don't remember his name.
What a great interviewer. He's really good.
He really made Pulisic feel comfortable.
Yeah, he asked questions as if how we would if we were professional. You know what I mean? Kind of like what you do. Really.
Right. Yeah.
Really. When I think about it, it's more me.
What's all this weed stuff?
You were like, you must be speaking French, my guy.
What is this? What you wanted to show?
Click on the main one, the full.
This one here.
Yeah. Because there's something I just want people. We really got to get a premium account. This is ridiculous.
Okay, what did
when we skip the
ad?
Yeah, when we skip the ad, here we go, and then switch to the full screen because I want people to go to the next shot. Go to any shot where go to where. Okay. Now see how close he is to the screen.
Yes.
Now go back to the first frame.
Okay, so let me. All right, I'll show it. Oh crap! I didn't set up the thing. Sorry.
Oh
everybody.
really?
I'll put it. I'll set it up right now. Give me a second.
We're super professional. So most of you have probably seen the clips of the interview. This is the full sit down from ESPN FC. It's Graham Hunter who sits down, who I believe is Scottish from his accent. Honestly, you think from the accent he doesn't know anything about Christian Pulisic, and he's like, "So, when did your home country start playing football?"
Sure.
But no, dude, it is very well thought out. So we can see it now, right?
Yes, they can see.
Okay, see how close he is. Pretty big. I got a big head, right?
Okay.
It's a pretty big head.
Okay.
Now go to the first frame.
Okay.
No, first frame.
This one.
Why is he so far away? It looks like a little child. And why is Graham so close? You can tell they adjusted the camera midway, but when I first saw it, I'm like, what a shocking juxtaposition between how big Graham's head is and look how far and tiny this man is in the shot. He looks like a little baby.
Yeah, they didn't crop in. I don't know.
Eventually, midway through, they zoomed in. They were like, yo, we can't keep this. But why would you leave this as the first shot?
I think they wanted to show the background, maybe the jersey in the back. It's a little jarring.
Yeah, but did you see how close Graham is? My guy is next to the freaking camera.
He looks like Dr. Evil.
Yeah. It's such a weird...
Okay, well,
weird juxtaposition.
Well, look, these are the things that Alexis notices that we don't. You're not really getting on the other shows.
No, they don't want this on CBS. They've told me very clearly. They said this is more of a Cooligans observation.
I think this might be too stupid for CBS.
Everyone in the production room feels bad for you. So this feels like maybe you shouldn't bring it up again.
Okay. So let's focus on, instead of what Christian Pulisic looks like, we'll focus on what he said during this interview.
Sit up straight, my boy.
Because he did...
beautiful shacket. Overshirt.
Okay, you call it a shacket?
Shirt jacket.
I know what it's coming from, but,
Just my boy Shaquille O'Neal, Shacket O'Neal.
But let's focus on Christian Pulisic and some of his comments. So here we go.
For me, it's an interesting one because, like you said, I'm not here to appoint the next manager. It's not my job. Whoever it is, I'm going to play and give 100%, and that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, in my opinion, it's everything that happened with Greg. First of all, is I think handled in an extremely childish manner. I think we all have seen what's been going on. I think it's childish. It's youth soccer. You know, people complaining about playing time. I don't want to go too far into that, but that's what we'll say. I think Greg has been extremely unfortunate in the position to get even into the position he is now. Do I feel like we should just wait and I don't think it's necessary, because I don't feel we're in a phase like we were after not qualifying 4 years.
All right, I just want to stop it here so we can just break down some of these comments. Because
also, at one point, they zoomed in too far. Why are we up on my man's face like that, bro? How many cameras did you have on my guy?
I think, it's just some clever editing. They just go from, they punch in a little bit more. Okay, so let's focus on...
Ben Skolnick goes, Alexis's big soccer question to Pulisic. How many Lions can you take on at once? Are you the son by any chance?
I mean, he can take on 3. Yeah. We know that. So this is, to my knowledge, the first player on the U.S. men's national team to just really say anything about this at all.
Not true, because Gio Reyna released a statement.
Oh, okay, sure.
So he said something about it because it was his mom.
But he didn't. What did Reyna say? He just kind of was like, no, I'm focusing on playing, and
it was a little bit more than that.
It was it was just like dismissive, like let's move on with this.
He's the first one to talk about the fallout,
right? As after the investigation, from the U.S. soccer investigation. So,
and I want to read what Zachary Johnson said, because again, he paid $10 for us to say this. Shout out to all the super chats. He said Pulisic just butthurt that the only coach that didn't challenge him got sacked. He's like, please, U.S., don't change the core. Here's the thing. He didn't get sacked. His contract ran out. He's still in the running for the job.
Right.
And 2, he actually talks about in this interview how Berhalter did challenge him.
Yeah.
After a successful game, he said, I feel like you're not training hard enough. And he thought he was going in there to get praise, and he actually got a little bit of criticism.
Well, the specific point he was making was that Pulisic was constantly getting injured, and he was trying to figure out why. He said maybe it's because you don't train as hard as you actually play, and that's why you're picking up a lot of his injuries. And he took that personally initially, and then realized like, oh, maybe I need to be a little bit more serious about my training regimen.
He said that, and he also said that after that, he reached out to Danielle Reyna and said, release the text. Now he's turned it on me, and I can't have this. I feel like it's just not good for morale.
You can't blame him.
No, but to that, I mean, I get why Zachary Johnson, but this Zachary Johnson is specifically speaking from I'm kind of tired of hearing from Berhalter. I want someone new.
Yeah, there's a lot of Berhalter out.
Christian Pulisic is the opposite. He made it very clear that he wants or feels like, hey, we're doing all right.
Yeah, and I can understand, given that there aren't many people, especially players.
No one's sticking up
sticking up for Greg Berhalter. So, and look, it's also not a wildly ringing endorsement either. He's not saying like Berhalter is literally just the greatest manager we've ever had. He's just simply saying like, why introduce some confusion or disorder right now when we have a good manager that's competent and could possibly, at least for now, keep us going in the right direction. Maybe he's not the coach for the next World Cup, but it's still a good position to be in, especially and to have him there. So I think there's a little bit of, what happened to Greg was like really messed up, and maybe we should show a little bit more care about him possibly returning as manager. So it's a little bit of, he didn't need to do this, right?
I feel like as someone who can be captain and someone who is considered a de facto leader on the team, or at least someone who people look at as a leader on this team, it's kind of it's almost his responsibility to say something positive about the outcome. And I think the guy, the Graham Harper, whatever his name is, the interviewer, I think did an incredible job of saying, hey, he won 2 regional competitions and got into the knockout stages. That's rare, and that's a good outcome. That's a good coach anywhere else, but it seems to be negative. So it takes you. He couldn't pile on. It's not his job. But I feel like he's done a good job his entire career of sort of playing the middle, other than his Instagram likes, of playing the middle. You know what I mean?
My man is swiping all the way right.
Yeah.
On some of them Instagram posts.
Yeah, let's just say his shoulder's a little lower on the right-hand side because he seems to lean that way.